Welcome to Heart2Art, our first debut episode. We're so excited to have you guys all here with us. We want to introduce ourselves and talk a little bit about our backstories. And later today in this first episode, we're going to introduce our first special guest artist. So make sure you stay tuned. She's an incredible woman, so we're very excited to introduce her. I guess I'll go first with introductions since I'm already talking. I'm Haley. I also go by Artfonfa. I'm an artist and I'm an event curator. I'm originally from Las Vegas, so I basically went to, lower school and high school in Las Vegas. I went to college in Los Angeles, and I was never an artist or never really that interested in art. And then I began my art journey in college. I just graduated this past May, and now I took my art journey to basically bring other artists together. So I do different shows and curate different exhibitions. That's how I met Giselle. I met Katie in high school. So we're really just excited to be a team and present this really cool platform to you. So yeah.
Nice. My name is Caitlin. I also go by Katie. I'm originally from Las Vegas as well. Like Haley said, we went to high school together. I'm currently studying for my BFA at the University of Oregon with a concentration in painting. And I also do a lot of functional art as well with epoxy resin. And my current theoretical framework is around art history and the way women have been represented through art history, and taking a closer look at that in relationship to ways in which I learned about women in Las Vegas.
I'm Giselle. Well, my name is Giselle, but I go by Sincerely, or Sin for short. I was born in Tijuana, Mexico. I am Latina, and I've been living here in San Diego for basically my whole life. I never went to school for art, unfortunately. I would love to in the future. I am self-taught. I focus on surrealism and not abstract, more so just out of this world painting. And yeah, I am a mom as well. I'm 24 years old, and I'm very excited for this podcast.
Hell yeah. When I did finally kind of understand that art was what I wanted to do, it was all I could do. I'm sure you guys have been there where you're just at your canvas for fucking 12 hours. You look at your phone, you're like, holy shit, I haven't eaten. I have to pee. My back's broken. This was, I was I miss those days that I had the time to just fucking do nothing but just soak in my paintings and just live in a world that I created and stuff. Yeah, I miss that. But I still want to get back to that. I basically, why I say I miss that is I kind of, like I said, got into art exhibitions and really trying to, branch out from just creating to be sharing and showcasing and, connecting and stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've met some of the most amazing people, you guys, being able to work with you guys. And I just think, art and being able to share it with other artists is so important to me and stuff. So, that's kind of my journey, I guess, or how I got to where I am. But my art stands for a lot of different things. I think, it stands for, I don't know. It's so funny. I saw a Twitter thread the other day that was I hate explaining my art, but I hate it too. I think it's hard to explain something that is inexplicable. But it's emotion and motion, and it comes from inspiration of women and films and all these different things. But, definitely tune into our website to check out our full artist statements. You guys can read all about it.
Very nice. Well, I like I said, I went to high school with Haley, and briefly we went to Catholic school together. And a lot of what I experienced in that setting actually has inspired a lot of my artwork today. And I like to also kind of reference Catholic iconography, also for this reason, that it's been something that I had grown up around but didn't quite fit into or understand. And I think it's really interesting to kind of take an objective look at like those things. And sorry, I'm so nervous.
Chill out, Katie.
But I also like to think about those things like in art history and like kind of the culture that like it cultivated around specifically like women and like how they were represented and like understood. And just from like my specific experiences with the specific school I went to, I felt like I was taught that women were, objects. And then growing up in Las Vegas, you kind of do see women used as object as far as like advertisements or that like entertainment and not a lot of times that it's like centered around autonomy or agency. So like those two opposite ends of the spectrum are something I've always been super interested in talking about because I feel like it's not black and white. It's really complicated, relationship between agency and environment depending on like, where you're from and like the kind of beliefs that are set upon you. So I like to kind of dissect those things. And that's kind of where I'm at. Currently still pursuing my BFA, and I'm doing it out of Las Vegas now with everything going on, working out of my parents' garage, and I'm so lucky. I still have a studio to go to. But yeah, so that's like kind of my backstory.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a blessing for sure. To be able to still have a space you can create in. Me, I guess growing up, well, I come from a family of 6, so it's very, very different than just being the only child, I guess. I think growing up, I guess the middle child is always like the ugly duckling in the family, and I was the middle child in my family. So growing up, I did a lot of crazy things, I guess you could say. And I was always very troubled. I feel like I had a hard time understanding my emotions, and like the way I was brought up wasn't very easy because we struggled a lot. So I think for sure that has a huge impact on like how I decide to express myself. Art to me is more so an outlet where I can truly be free within myself. And I feel that in every way because the pieces that I make are not for, I guess they're not looked at to be like, oh, that's beautiful. They are beautiful pieces, but they have such a deeper meaning to me in my life. And I feel like my only form of expression, which is painting, has really helped me cope and understand who I am as a person, who I am as a mother, and how to grow and like nourish myself and my spirit. I focus a lot on surrealism because, like I said, I was an ugly duckling, so I felt like there was never any like rules that I should follow or boundaries that were set that I like to attempt things, and I still feel that way now with my paintings. I feel like I like to explore ideas that aren't really normal to everybody else. And that comes from my upbringing, but as well as the place that I live in my head is really diverse and kind of a wonderful thing, and a lot of beautiful ways, but more so just choosing to break the rules in the best way and make them a beautiful thing. And of course, now I've established myself as like having my own business and being a full-time mom, being a full-time businesswoman, being a full-time artist is all, it's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing, but it's a huge responsibility, and I'm learning as I go. Like I said, I don't have any background in like going to school or anything like that. I would love to tap into it because I feel like there's techniques that can be so useful to me. But for the time being, I just kind of have to play with what I have. And yeah, art to me is just a beautiful place. I'm thankful that I've met both of you through art, and I'm very happy to have like an audience and everything that I have, and I'm very happy to make and be a part of this experience for everybody, where people who are like us that kind of are not outcasts but just different can come on here and feel complete within each other, which is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do think that art is, it's so interesting because I think a lot of artists do come from this place of feeling, sort of misunderstood or it's like a longing for communication, like, especially, visual arts, I feel like are this like interesting way of trying to, communicate something that you don't necessarily know how to put into words. And so it's great that like we're able to, culminate this like, group of people, and like we're able to reach each other. So it's super awesome. Super glad to be here with you ladies.
Hell yeah. You guys are so dope. For real.
Yours too.
I completely agree. That's awesome. So, I want to, before we have our special guests come on, they're coming on in just a couple minutes here. I want to kind of talk about like how our show is going to be laid out so everyone knows like what's going down. Obviously, this is a little bit of a special episode since it's our debut. But in general, we're going to have our show, every Monday at 6 p.m. And in the last couple minutes, our artist from the next week is going to be introduced. So there's always going to be a special guest artist that you guys are going to be able to learn about. You're going to meet her soon. But in addition to that, the platforms that you can reach us on will be, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We'll have all of our episodes up on Instagram TV after for viewing. We'll put it on YouTube after for viewing. We'll be on SoundCloud. So really just visit heart2artpod.com and follow us on all the platforms so you stay updated. We have a ton of really cool ideas in the future. What, dude?
No, I'm saying like, yeah, follow us on all of our platforms.
I was like, what? I thought you were like, stop. But yeah. Yeah, so fuck yeah, follow us. Stay updated with us because we have a lot of, we have a lot of cool shit in store, like really, and the artists that we're gonna bring on here, we're so excited about, and like Giselle was saying, Katie was saying, this is really a place for us to all connect and feel together and as one, especially at this time where it's scary out there and fucking, excuse my French, weird things are going on in our world. I think we all need to stay together and stay positive.
Yeah.
And
I feel like we've all been like so sorry to interrupt you, Haley.
No, dude.
We've all been so disconnected, especially right now throughout quarantine. It's been so weird because even like for me, paranoid, so even like crossing paths with someone down the street, I'm kind of like, whoa. So it's just like energy where really disconnected with each other, And I think it was a beautiful thing that you brought on the idea of like doing this podcast, because it's a way for people to tap in and feel a part of the environment we're bringing together.
Hell yeah.
And feel like, yes, this shit sucks right now. Shit's not cool. Like, everybody has no fucking idea what's going on. They're telling us to not go outside. You can't even go to the grocery store right now without feeling paranoid of what you're touching.
Right.
And it's shitty, but little things like this are presented during these times to keep us together as the glue, to remind us that we are all essentially one collective, sharing the same energy and here for the same thing.
Yep.
So I'm happy about this.
Me too.
I think I saw like green come on.
Oh, I do see her. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, she's coming in. I just messaged her. Oh shit, who's our guest artist, guys?
Oh, it's such her name. That's awesome.
All right. Naughty.
Hello. Hi.
How are you? So, introduce yourself to our audience real quick.
Okay, well, hey audience, it's Nani. I am an artist, as you guys know. I create Black women as supernatural beings. That is my thing. That's what I love to do. And I also like to help people be their better selves, about productivity, healing, trauma, starting your spirituality journey. That's me. That's who I am. So, yeah.
We're so happy to have you. Really, we're blessed. We do want to mention now, though, too, that we want everyone to follow you, so we're going to throw your in the video when I edit this. And then we also want everyone to know that this week we'll be kind of sharing your images and things like that, but to kind of get ready for questions that they want to ask you in general and things like that. So we're super excited. I'm very giddy right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm in for this, so it's gonna be fun.
This is dope. But yeah, ladies, so everyone's day's been good though. I mean, I feel like the business part of this is done.
Kind of headache, but that's it. Everything else is fine.
Yeah, my son's been driving me crazy all day. He's like in one of those moods where he's like, hey,
oh my god,
hey. Like that
the
little family guy episode where he's mom.
I love that.
Mama.
It's so
Mama.
good.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's not actually fucking amazing.
Probably.
He's gonna be 4 in June. I know he's really tall. Like, people never believe me when I'm like, oh, he's a toddler. They're like, he looks 7. I'm like, he's 3.
Hey.
Yeah, I thought he was like at least 5, to be honest.
Yeah, he's really tall. I'm 5'8", and his dad is 6'2", and then
he's gonna shoot up there.
Yep.
Yeah, his grandpa's like 6'6", really tall too. So.
Oh yeah, he's gonna shoot up there.
Quick.
Cause that's like the same height of my parents, and now I'm 5'9", so he won't shoot up.
And the amount of food you feed him.
Yeah,
unheard of.
I already. For sure.
Real quick before our episode ends, I want to do a shout out to my brother. It would be his 29th birthday today. So happy 420 to everyone. Happy Artfonfa Day. He passed away 2 years ago, but I think about him constantly, and I'm really excited about this endeavor. And I know he would be like, holy shit, this is so tight. So wanted to shout him out real quick. And I know he's probably watching, honestly, on some other realm, but yeah, I felt him all day and stuff. So I honestly meant to mention him at the beginning, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta mention him. So
he's probably like, really much
right. It's like, thanks for throwing me at the end. No, he was so tight. You guys all would have been like, you would have loved him for sure. He was a dope writer too. I'll have to one episode kind of share some of his writing. He was like very interesting writer. So
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, but I'm super excited about this. I feel like what?
I said today we celebrate him.
Oh hell yeah! I mean every day, but 100% today for sure. But yeah, I was just gonna say, as far as for each episode, I want to mention too that on our website we have a contact form. So if you're an artist that really wants to be on the show, or you're just someone who really supports an artist that wants to be hey, please interview this amazing artist, you can fill out the form at our website and give us topic ideas, question ideas, all that kind of stuff. So definitely we want this to be artists being their voice being heard in this too, not just us talking on and on. So hell yeah.
Heard that. If you're an artist or someone who wants to get featured, or someone who wants to get featured, go on our website